Texas League Baseball is next. And we welcome you into this Friday night live broadcast. And now here's the star of the show, my friend and yours, John Baker. Well, gotta say, thank you, Bob. We'd like to welcome you into this Friday night broadcast. That it is the fourth game of our six-game set between the visiting Midland Rockhounds and your Flying Chanclas to San Antonio. We've got to say, tonight is $2 Friday night Dr. Pepper night, as our specialty drinks like sodas and Gatorade and water just $2. What a good one that is. Series continues tomorrow night at 7:05 as we got post-game fireworks in Extravaganza as our proud sponsors of West Creek Trail Rides and Dr. Pepper commemorate the fireworks show. As I say, we have fireworks going on a couple of Saturday nights, and even though 4th of July coming up and we got Corpus Christi being here playing the San Antonio Missions on the 4th of July. And yes, that is also the Flying Chancla Thursday, Taco Bell Value Night, which we take on the Corpus Christi Hooks in that first of a short 3-game series. It will be our last against the Hooks for the year. And so far, it's going to be a sad 3-game set. But evidently, we will see our next-door neighbor team next year in 2025. Well, after that, we'll have 2 days off, as Sunday and Monday will be considered our off days. And then Tuesday, we'll start up a 6-game set with Amarillo. And we'll have 4 more days off right after that, and pretty good on top of that. Missions will start the second half of the season on the road as the San Antonio will head to Arkansas there at All-American Ballpark. Then from there, they'll have a 3-game set and then 6 at Midland at Franco Park. Missions will be back to start the end of July, taking on the San Antonio Missions, and pretty much going to be a good thing. Anyway, go online now at samissions.com. Purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, follow the Missions all season long with the First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball. You could download that at any smartphone. Well, I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. And Bob, it's good to see you. And yeah, we're going to get your reaction of last night's ball game. So what do you say about that? Well, I got to say, John, that was a real bashing ball game. As we all know that San Antonio had a lot of hard hit balls. A lot of home runs came in. They won at the end of the night last night. It was one heck of a game. I really enjoyed it, watching it here in the booth with you. And that's our final score. It was the San Antonio Missions 11 and the Rockhounds 7, which that was pretty good. I mean, San Antonio doing real well, but they're in third place. And pretty much they're going to try to get things going as they'll try to get up to a second place position. And yeah, there's a Corpus Christi at Frisco, which if Corpus Christi beats the Rough Riders and San Antonio beats Midland, then it is a tied foot race between the Frisco Rough Riders and the San Antonio Missions. So at least 3 more games to catch up and take the first place position. And pretty much, as you may know, that the Rockhounds hold that first place position with 42-29 of the year. The Rough Riders trail a game and a half against Midland. They are 41-30. San Antonio is 40-30. And Amarillo and Corpus Christi, boy howdy, we talk about these boys being down in 4th and 5th places alone. And it's not looking good for Amarillo and Corpus Christi to be down that much. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it is really hard for the Houston Astros double A in Corpus Christi and the Arizona Diamondbacks, which controls the double A team up in Amarillo. And I gotta say, it's not looking good. I will respect that answer, and we'll say it's never looking good when you're just facing the unthinkable when getting into these big losses and having to lose maybe 3 or 4 of these ball games in a row. It's not really good, John, when you think about it. No, it's not, Bob. And I will say winning these ball games will progress forward. I mean, you look at what happened a couple years back with Frisco being the Texas League champions of 2022. They beat San Antonio and Springfield in that matchup. And they went against the Wichita Wind Surge. Do you remember that? Oh, I sure do. I remember those games like it was yesterday. But I will say it was the Rough Riders winning in that one. It was pretty good. But evidently we did not get to see the end of that game because the broadcast was cut short. And evidently, we're gonna try to go up to the Double A's, the winners of the Texas League playoff rounds every year, and we're gonna get a few more games in and broadcasts, and we'll see what happens right after that. There's one winner that will be determined in the end for the Texas League title, and hopefully this year San Antonio could get in there and compete, you know. And yes, I got to say you're absolutely right there, Bob. But anyway, it is determined if San Antonio takes the first place position. Because you look at it that the Missions, they are trailing 2.5 games against Midland. They're a game and a half against Frisco. And they're just sitting there in 3rd place. Amarillo and Corpus Christi are trailing in the 4th and 5th places. That's not going to be looking too good right there, because in the end, if you can't get up to that first place position, you're determined to get eliminated in the end. Quite right. Now let's go into the North Division as we look at Springfield and Arkansas being tied up with 38 wins even. And yeah, they are just like a horse running a horse ring or even a horse race running a circuit. It's like 2 horses being tied up. You know, they're both neck to neck, Springfield and Arkansas. And boy, they are just really going at it to finish strong and to get off to that winner's circle. But you look at Tulsa being 36, trailing 2.5 games against the Arkansas Travelers and Springfield Cardinals. And yeah, you look at Northwest Arkansas, they are tied. I mean, 2 ball clubs like the LA Dodgers and the Kansas City Royals AA affiliates. We're looking at these 2 ball clubs trailing another 2 ball clubs. I mean, that is Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas trailing Springfield and Arkansas by 2.5 games. And yeah, determine whether or not if Northwest Arkansas or Tulsa even gets that second place position back, which we all think it's a possibility they might do it. But you look at Wichita, they are 33 and 39. They're down in last place. They're trailing 3.5 games against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and 3.5 against the Tulsa Drillers and about 8.5 against Arkansas and Springfield. I mean, it's getting pretty good where we all look at it, right, Bob? I gotta say, absolutely right there, John. I mean, it's like a running race where you have all the horses all together, and yeah, they're trying to get into the winner's circle. But to get in that winner's circle, you need to win. You got to get in there, and you got to make sure that you're hitting that ball, putting it in play, and yeah, it's going to be pretty good. But tonight, it's going to be another night for us, and we got a weekend. By golly, just glad it's a weekend where we could just unwind, relax, have a good time. It's going to be good. No doubt about it, John. Yes, thank you, Bob. Well, I will say we are going to be done with our pregame show. Thank you for tuning in. Now we take you down to the field for a live Friday night broadcast. It's the Midland Rockhounds and the Flying Chanclas in this one. So we're back here right after this from our proud commercial messages from West Creek Trail Rides. Book any ride, any day of the week, Tuesday through Sunday, just $50. Visit westcreektrailrides.com to book your ride for any day of the week. Well, we're about ready to go. And on the hill for San Antonio, Sean Reynolds. What do we know in the scouting report? I'm going to say, John, the scouting report looks really well. A four-seam fastball up to 97 miles an hour, a slider, which he's got 86, and a two-seam fastball that can even the odds of that four-seamer. Well, the shortstop now, Drew Swift, coming up first for Midland, as we are about ready to go on this Friday night. Well, 3 magic words. Bob, do the honors. Let's play ball. That's the first pitch, and that is outside. 1 ball, no strikes, as we are underway here this evening. Midland at San Antonio, Amarillo at Tulsa, Corpus Christi at Frisco, Northwest Arkansas at Wichita, Arkansas at Springfield. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lifted high in the air. Mears racing after it. Boy, make the catch in shallow left field, and he's got it for out number 1. Boy, that is like a horse running after the other horses getting in there. Clark Elliott coming in for Midland. And the pitch. That one right there and inside for a taking code strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count now to Elliott. Great crowd as we have a lot of kids and a lot of fans. Yes, you do hear a couple of fans saying, "Let's go San Antonio," and they will. As of last night, 11-7 our final on a Thursday night, which that was pretty good. That ball game went down in Texas League history. That one popped up high in the air. Valenzuela getting shy of the mound or shy of the plate. And boy, I will say he makes that for the second out of the inning. Well, Jack Winkler coming in. He's ready to go. Boy, just gotta love the color of the orange on the Midland Rockhounds jersey. The pitch right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Well, during the 4th of July weekend, we are going to have the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks come to town, and so far the 4th through the 6th is when the AA Astros affiliation will be here up in San Antonio. So far, we are saying goodbye to them after July 6th. Means we have no more games there and no more games here. That will be it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Midland. And we are bottom half of the first inning. No score through the top of the first. So back for more right after this from our proud commercial message here in San Antonio. So West Creek Trail Rides, proud sponsor of Missions Baseball. And for more, go to their website at www.westcreektrailrides.com. Book your $50 horseback ride. And yes, it is a guided horseback ride. So if you love horses like I do, it's going to be pretty fun as well. So make sure you book your reservation any day of the week, Tuesday through Sunday. And yes, you're going to have a good time. You won't regret it. Getting out there on the trails and communing with Mother Nature and the sounds of nature. Just love it. So anyway, visit on their page and book your ride today if you want. We now head to the bottom of the first for San Antonio right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, a right-hander, Jack Cushing, coming out. What do we know on the report on his? We're going to say, John, a 96 on the 4-seam fastball, changeup, curveball, a 2-seam fastball. But got to say, that 4-seamer, you got to watch out for it because he can strike you out looking. Bottom half of the first inning for the Flying Chanclas. Left fielder Corey Howell up to the plate now. And did he swing? Yes, he did. Right down by home plate umpire Jeff Andrews. That one's taken in for a code strike. And it's 0-1 right there and in. And that's the count now, 1-1. Pretty good right there. And yeah, do have a little bit of rain falling on that side of town, which that's pretty nice. Line drive up to left field. That's a base knock by Howell. Boy, beautiful. As we saw of yesterday, it was just a pretty nice game on that one. Well, Marcos Castellon coming in, the right fielder. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio. That one right there and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Castellon, who's the average of a 355 over a 400. He had 7 home runs and 15 RBIs right there in the inside corner, and he doesn't even get the call on that one, so that will be 2 balls and no strikes. Well, I bet Jack Cushing is just questioning his insanity right there. And yeah, he's saying, huh, well, you put that one right there in the inside corner. I don't know how it could be a ball, but that should have been a strike on top of it. And right there outside, 3-1 now. On deck is Joshua Mears. 3-1, here's the delivery. That one will load up the count full at 3-2. Boy, the only thing that you have to do as a starter is get the strikeouts. No pun intended. Yeah, for sure. Here's a 3-2. That one high and inside. Boy, he misses him, and that's a first walk allowed for Midland. And the batter now, center fielder Joshua Mears. Boy, got a runner in scoring position, and he takes that one down inside this side corner, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count now. And a pitch. And that's gloved right there by the first baseman, and runner at first gets back safely as that was almost a base knock. Well, good thing he didn't go back to first, because that would have been 2 guys being picked off at the same time. Michael De La Cruz coming in as he takes one outside, 1 ball, no strikes. De La Cruz, one of the most fired up prospects in the Padres organization. It's a pretty good year here for San Antonio. That's going to get down, line drive, that's a base knock. And that's going to be a runner coming home from second on an RBI double. And the Missions will take the lead first. It's now 1-0. Well, pretty good on that one as they get that ball up the right field. Yeah, they sure do there, Bob. Pretty good. Well, caught by our camera guys there at the plate. Third baseman Graham Polly stepping in as he hits that one high in the air. And that's going to be a tag up. Here comes a runner from third. The relay not in time, as that will be a sacrifice fly. And another run in to score for San Antonio. It's now 2-0 Missions. The designated hitter is Kai Murphy as he steps in. Boy, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors for San Antonio.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And the 4-seam fastball will miss outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So yeah, pretty good as this series just rolls right along in. 3 games left with Midland and 3 on the road at Corpus Christi, then coming back home and taking on the 3 against the Hooks. And right there, that will do it. So 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And at least, how many left? We got to look. 1 left. Okay, there we go. And we head to the top of the second inning as Danny Batista Jr. will stride up for the top of the second inning for Midland. It's 2-0 San Antonio. We now head to the top of the second inning right here for Midland on the Missions Baseball Network. Oh, Danny Batista Jr. coming in for Midland as we start up the top of the second. It's about ready to go as the pitch clock timer tells you when it's time to go, and here we go.
Ball, that's outside.
Slider outside, 1 ball, no strikes as we're underway of inning number 2 here for Midland. Boy, just a good night for all of us being here and being a part of our live broadcast tonight. This is game number 78 for San Antonio. Can you believe that? There's still a long way to go. It's pretty much 138 games. Not to mention that the Texas League playoffs are very important in the series. Yeah, it sure is. Right there outside, down and in, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Here's the pitch. That one down and in, 3-1. Junior Perez is the tying run for Midland. Coming in about ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and that one is through the inside corner. And it'll be full at 3-2. Boy, Reynolds has one chance to get this right, and if it dips, it's ball 4. If it's through the middle and he swings and misses, well, he gets the strikeout right on cue. The 3-2. High in the air, up to right field. Castellon up shy of the warning track, and that's out number 1.
That is big. The center fielder, Junior Perez.
Junior Perez coming in as he strides in. 1 away, nobody on. Top of the second inning for Midland. This early lead 2-0 for San Antonio. And the pitch. That one is lifted high in the air up to center. Mears in pursuit, makes the running grab, and he's got it. He records the second out. Well, we got to give you some Texas League scores, and by golly, Corpus Christi has the Rough Riders on the run. 5-0. Corpus Christi has that lead. Amarillo and Tulsa, top of the 5th inning, tied at 1-1. Top of the 4th for the Arkansas Travelers there at Springfield. They lead 3-1 against the Cardinals. Wichita leads 4-2 against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. And that one high right there. Castellon gets another one, and he'll make the play for the out. And that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Midland, as it is the bottom half of the second coming up, and a no-hitter for the San Antonio Missions, as it is a 2-0 ball game. We go now bottom of the second inning. The Missions have it at 2-0. We now head to the bottom of the second inning right here for the Missions Baseball Network. Well, second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in for San Antonio. First pitch thrown down and low near the dirt even. 1 ball, no strikes. And right there and inside, 1-1. Well, I know next year will be our 5 years of the returning Texas League for San Antonio. And evidently, hopefully, we'll get a better schedule than what we get from the San Diego Padres and the majors as well. So far, getting at least a lot of North divisions, and so far, not just 3 North divisions like Northwest Arkansas, Wichita, and Springfield. We'll hopefully get all the teams down here at our ballpark. Ray Patrick Ditter coming in as he strides up. 1 away, nobody on here in the bottom of 2. And that one's blistered. Boy, where's that one going? Foul! And that is just about 7.5 foot outside the foul pole. The 1-1. Right there hit the first. And that is out number 2.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Valenzuela.
Brandon Valenzuela coming in as he's the 9-hole batter. Coming up now for the Missions. San Antonio going back to normal after tonight's game, as they'll have a Saturday and Sunday night as well in this series. 0-1. That one is chopped foul, and it's 0-2. So 5-0 Corpus Christi there is Statesman's Park against the Rough Riders. And right there, that'll be strike 3 looking, as that will do to end the inning. Not happy on that favorable call, as that will do it. And inning number 2 goes in the books here tonight. Top of the third is Brian Bovias coming in for the Rockhounds to lead off the top of the third for Midland. But back here right after this, our score, your San Antonio Missions 2, the Rockhounds nothing. We're up to the top of the third inning for Midland, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Brian Bovias coming in as the lead off the third for Midland and about ready to go. Here's the pitch by Sean Reynolds, and he's going to take that one inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, it's a no-hit ball game for San Antonio, and it's pretty good. Oh, don't speak too urgently about that, John, because everything could change. And, yeah, it most certainly can. I agree, Bob. There are days where you might get a base hit or 2 or 3 or however many you get. Nah, you still get a no-hitter to come to an end. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one popped up, foul. Reynolds looking in. And the pitch to him. That one chopped foul, and he'll see a nuller. Boy, how many fouled off balls was that? I count at least 3 of them. Yeah, okay, so I guess judging by the batter, Bovias, he's pretty much fouling them off, getting something good to hit. Well, that one is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. Well, I'll tell you one thing, just a strike away from getting Bovias out. And the 1-2. And he's going to hit that one out of play. So that goes foul. And still hanging on at 1-2. Well, gotta say, it is just a battle to save him from the strikeouts from getting in. The 1-2. That one is high fly in the air. Castellon getting up in the shallow center. And that is out number 1.
The second baseman.
Second baseman is Sahid Valenzuela. Oh, sun peeking through the clouds, which that's pretty nice. And right there in the inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. You know, a lot of clouds during the next couple of days, Saturday and Sunday as well, with small rain percentages. Yeah, you got that right. Not much of rain through the next couple of days, but evidently there could be some. I mean, you never know. Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right there. So Corpus Christi leading 5-0 there against Frisco. Wichita leads 4-2 against Northwest Arkansas. 3-2 as the end of the 4th inning comes to an end as Arkansas leads 3-2 against Springfield. A 2-1 lead for Amarillo there at DCJ Field. 1-2. That one hit high fly and foul. And still holding on at 1-2. 2-0 lead for San Antonio here in this ball game. I gotta say, pretty good evening if San Antonio wins their 41st. And right there, that's ball 2. So he gets 2 back-to-back issued balls. Yeah, right there. Or did you say 42 or 41? I think I said 41. That one hits high fly in the air. Oh man, I hope you're not getting sleepy already. Yeah, I sure hope not. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sahid Valenzuela. And right there is, he dodges that bullet again, but anyway, does not get the call, and it's 3-2. Shane McGuire, the catcher, coming up on the on deck now for Midland. That one high in the air up to center. Mears. And plenty of time making the out in shallow center.
The catcher, number 33, Shane
Out.
McGuire.
And Shane McGuire coming in as he strides in as it's the last out here in this half inning. Well, no-hitter ball game for San Antonio. Going to be a pretty good night if they could keep up the momentum and run down the balls and don't let any of those balls hit the ground whatsoever. And so far, that's how a no-hitter can survive. That one is popped foul, and it's 0-2. Pretty good evening here for the Missions. And the 0-2 delivery. And that's going to be line drive up to left center, and the no-hitter comes to an end after 3.5 worth of innings. And Midland getting on the hit column. I gotta say, I jinxed it right there. Oh, Drew Swift coming in as he's the next batter up. That'll turn over the lineup cards for Midland. And that's going to be line drive. That's a base hit. And he misses it right there. And Valenzuela, boy, he mishandles that ball. And that will be a 2-1. And San Antonio getting in there, and they are still ahead of this ball game, but Midland has the tying run there as second. That is number 26. Clark Elliott, the next batter, number 9 for Midland. Pop out in the first inning, 0 for 1 as he's got 2 out, runner at second. Tying run, that is number 26. Here's the pitch. That one high and outside. And the count now at 1-1. Boy, that Elliott trying to whack another one in and get himself a couple home runs in this one. That one popped foul, and the count now is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count, and the pitch. And that one is sliced foul. And the count now still holding on at 1-2. 1-2 one more time. Fouled off, and he'll see another. Seems like Sean Reynolds about ready to come out of this ball game, but evidently he'll play his last inning here in the third. 1-2. Pitch number 40. High fly in the air and foul. Number 26 still waiting. Advance forward on a base hit if they could get it right here. 1-2. And that one is outside, 2-2 now. Two and two, one more time. Swing and a miss. Boy, they get them down, and that way in the inning. No runs. Correction. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 left. 3.5 complete as San Antonio leads this ball game 2-1. We're back here as we head to the bottom of the first inning as the left fielder Corey Howell will go over the lineup card again for San Antonio. We're back right after this for our proud commercial messages brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides. We now head to the bottom of the third inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, left fielder Corey Howell coming in as we start up the bottom of the third inning for the Missions. And that one taken inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pitch high and outside, 1-1. 2-1 our score. San Antonio leads 1 run against Midland. That would be pretty good. Hit to short. He'll flip it to first, and he'll cover the bag for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Marcos Castanon.
Well, Marcos Castellon coming in as we're about ready to go. And yes, I do hear somebody knocking at the front door. We'll take a brief break, and we'll be right back. I do apologize. We have to wait up a little bit. Hit the first. Boy, he gloved that one right there. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Joshua Mears.
Well, Joshua Mears coming in 0 for 1, line out in the first inning. Well, pretty good right there. That one drilled high in the air, up to right. And that is the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for San Antonio as now we're into 3 in this evening. On now to the 4th. When we come back, it's our San Antonio Missions 2, Midland 1. We're back here for more. And the top of the 4th inning is Jack Winkler coming up. We now head to the next inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Top of the fourth is Jack Winkler coming in, and yep, the manager coming out as we'll have a pitching change for San Antonio. And it looks like that will do for the starter here for his first 3 innings. Giovanni Cruz will come in relief for the Missions. Cruz now pitching for San Antonio. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, Winkler will greet him face to face. New inning bout ready to go. Here's a pitch. That one right there, the sinker gets in there for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. Winkler is having a little chat with home plate umpire Jeff Andrews about that call, and he's not in all favor of that. Evidently, he asked where that ball was and whether if it was called a strike, but always remember, you do not argue with balls and strikes. That is the main rule in AA ball, AAA ball, or even in Major League Baseball. That's one thing you do not do. And yeah, if you do that, then you're just subject to getting ejected and getting penalized on top of that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Winkler. Do apologize. Home plate umpire Jeff Andrews is getting that going. Hit to Pauly. They'll cover the bag at first as Michael De La Cruz will be on there to get the first out of the inning. Danny Batista Jr. is coming up now for the fly out in the second, 0-for-1 that he had earlier. Here's a pitch. That one right there and in, and that's a strike. In the count now, 0-1. Batista Jr. shaking his head, saying, I'm not in favor of that call. Well, I don't know if he is or not, but anyway, it's one of them things. He's going to bunt. Pauly getting there. And he'll flip it to De La Cruz as that will be a foot ahead of the bag. And that is for out number 2. Boy, Pauly sure had to hustle to get to that ball that was bunted on the ground. And boy, that was pretty good right there. Junior Perez, the 5th batter for Midland, coming in. Taking in a inside cold strike, and it's 0-1. Fly out in the second, 0-for-1 for the 5th batter for the Rockhounds. Well, we're going to go ahead and give you some AA Texas League scores. Amarillo seeking revenge after last night's loss. Oh my goodness. And right there, 1 ball, 1 strike in that one. 7-2 Amarillo, as now it's the top of the 6th inning for the Sod Poodles there at DCJ Field. Boy, 4-4 the tie score up there in Wichita there at the porch. Boy, Corpus Christi now getting trailed as looks like the Rough Riders shot a 3-run home run, and it's pretty much a ball game that is trailing the 2 runs against Corpus Christi. Pretty good right there in that one. Arkansas still leads the 3-2 ball game against Springfield, so that is a pretty good game there at Blue River Stadium. That's popped up right there, and in front of that is the relief catcher to get the play, and that's the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Midland. And we're 4.5 here tonight. The Missions have it 2-1. Back here is Michael De La Cruz coming in for the bottom of the 4th. And we come in, and it's 2-1 our score for San Antonio. We're back here for the bottom of the fourth inning, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Michael De La Cruz, the first baseman, coming in for San Antonio, as he puts one high right there up the right center field for a base knock. Boy, that was on fire, that fastball right there. You know, Graham Polly coming in as, boy, Michael De La Cruz getting on there at first base. The hot corner guy, that is Polly.
Ball, that's out.
That one is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. He had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Gotta say, pretty nice on that. Here's the 1-0. And that one sliced foul. And that's the count now, 1-1. Here's the 1-0. 1-1 delivery, the pitch. And that's going to be right there. Line drive to right. That's a base knock. Boy, getting in there and... Boy, what is that noise, Bob? It's probably some carpet crews people coming out here and getting in and getting something going. Oh boy, we can definitely hear that all the way from next door. And here's the designated hitter, Kai Murphy. So he takes the changeup outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Line out in the first is 0 for 1. Boy, Jack Cushing still doing work on the mound for Midland. And the pitch. That's going to be line drive. That's a base hit. Here comes the run in to score, and San Antonio now leads 2 on the RBI single. So first and third, nobody out after the RBI single coming in for the Missions. And pretty good right there. Second baseman Lucas Dunn coming as he swings and misses at the initial offering. And that is a count now, 0-1. Strikeout in the second is 0 for 1. And the pitch. That one going to be hit right there. The second for 1. They relay it, but a run in to score on the 5-4-3 double play, and that will pretty much clear off all bases. So 2 runs in this half inning, as that will bring up the shortstop, Ray Patrick Ditter. Ditter coming in, ready to go, and he's going to pop right there to short. Plenty enough time to end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, nobody left on for San Antonio. And we're 4 innings complete. The Missions lead it 4-1. So we're back here in the top of the 5th inning as TJ Schofield Sam comes in for Midland. So we lead off the 5th inning for the Rockhounds. Back for more as San Antonio leads this game 4-1. We're back here for the top of the 5th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. TJ Schofield Sam coming in for Midland as we get things started for the 5th. As it is a 4-1 ball game for San Antonio. That one is hit foul, and that'll go into the audience. It's a count now, 0-1. Boy, 4-1 our score here for San Antonio. Boy, 7-4, a 3-run shot for Northwest Arkansas. They lead the Wichita Wind Surge by 7-4. 6-2 Arkansas against the Springfield Cardinals. Boy, really good right there. The pitch, high flying in the air, in left field is Howell making the play, and that is out number 1. Schofield Sam is retired for the first out of the inning, and here is Brian Bovias. He's 0 for 1 to fly out in the 3rd inning. And the pitch, that one outside on the slider, and the count now is 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Bovias. And here's the pitch to him, swing and a miss, and the count now 1-1. So pretty good right there, as Amarillo still leads the Tulsa Drillers 7-2. And pretty good right there. That one in the inside corner, and the count now 1-2. And pretty good right there is, well, this ball game just getting pretty interesting as San Antonio leads the 3 runs, all earned. Runs have been earned tonight for the Missions. 2-2. And that's it to De La Cruz. Pass to Cruz. And there you go. Out number 2. Boy, beautiful play by Michael De La Cruz as he passes to Giovanni Cruz. And that is out number 2. And there is Sahid Valenzuela taking a swing and a miss code strike. And it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Outside for the ball, and that'll even up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Right there and in, and that's a strike in there. And the count now 1-2. It's top of the 5th inning going. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit to Ray Patrick Ditter in short. Passes to De La Cruz there at first, and he covers the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Midland. As we're at the bottom of the 5th inning coming up, and our score is San Antonio 4, the Rockhounds 1. But back here is the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela, coming in for San Antonio when we come back. We're back here for the, what is this? Bottom of the 5th inning, right here in the Missions Baseball Network. Bob, come on. You know where we are, so stay focused, will you? I'll do my level best.
Ball 1, no strike.
Well, Brandon Valenzuela coming in as he takes the ball down and in, and it's 1-0. Well, we got new scores coming in. Corpus Christi leads the Rough Riders 6-3. Boy, Arkansas giving Springfield a spanking of a lifetime. 8-2 the score there at Blue River Stadium. Northwest Arkansas leads 7-4 against Wichita. A 7-2 score for Amarillo. Boy, they lead 5 runs against Tulsa, which that is pretty good. Line drive, that's a base hit up to right field. So first baseman tries to get after it. And boy, he blistered that one up to the right field area. Well, next batter, Marcos Castellon. Coming up now for San Antonio, and he's going to take that one down and in, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, beautiful evening, and also a beautiful end of the week. So the weekend is here, and hope you guys are super excited for what we got coming in tomorrow night's game, and so far Sunday as well. Join us for 4th of July as taking on Corpus Christi. Our final 3 games of the year against our next door neighbor, the Hooks.
1 strike.
And so far, got to say, Corpus Christi will have the rest of the year without San Antonio on their schedule. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be blistered right there up to right. And that is out number 2, recorded by the Rockhounds right fielder. Boy, Joshua Mears coming in, and 0 for 2, fly out and a line out. Well, got new score, 8-2, Arkansas, lead over Springfield. I don't know if I reported that yet, but evidently it is a 8-2 score there at Blue River Stadium. Just letting y'all know. Here's the pitch, and that is chopped foul, and it's in the count now, 0-2. 2 outs, runner at first, a 4-1 ball game for San Antonio. That one's going to be well hit up to right field. Right fielder give a chase as he gets outside in the foul grounds to make the play, and that's the inning. 5 complete here tonight, and it's on now to the top of the 6th inning as Shane McGuire will lead it off, and it's 4-1 San Antonio in this ball game. Top of the 6th coming up right after this. We now head to the top of the sixth inning right here on the Mission's Baseball Network. Shane McGuire coming in as 9-1-2 due up for this half inning in the sixth. The pitch. Oh boy, howdy, that one nearly drilled him and he lays down flat. Holy mackerel, that would have got him. Would have drilled him. And that one is fouled in the way, and it's the count now 1-1. Boy, that would have been a serious pitch if he got drilled by that one. I've seen a lot of pitchers getting hit by those hard-hit fastballs. And boy, a lot of people in the majors have seen the seriousness of what a fastball could do if you get hit in the face by one of those. Yeah, very serious. Up there to right center as Mears will make the grab and as out number one.
Now batting, shortstop, Drew Swift.
Well, we go back to the top of the lineup for Midland, and in Drew Swift. 1 for 2 double RBI for the Rockhounds. Here's the pitch. And that slider is inside, and the count now is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Swift. And the pitch. That one chopped at the inside corner, and that's 0-2. Boy, looks like Giovanni Cruz getting a little bit tired as already pitching his couple of innings, and he gets a strikeout right there looking as Swift. Boy, pretty good right there as he gets some right there. And that'll bring up Clark Elliott. Elliott coming in, ready to go. The pitch right there and in for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0 for 2 strikeout and a pop out. Boy, sun beginning to set on this Friday night. Enjoy your weekend, and let's have fun, all of us together. We deserve it after a big, long week. We knocked these 5 last days down like bowling pins. Well, we sure did, didn't we, John? Yeah, we did. 0-2. Boy, swing and fouls that one off, and we'll see another one. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch.
Nope.
And that one is high and outside. It's 1-2. Boy, it's 8-3 as Arkansas leads Springfield by 5 runs. Always remember that 5 plus 3 equals 8. And that's easy. Because, yeah, it is. Oh, a strikeout looking, and now head for the 6.5 innings as San Antonio leads it 4-1. We're back here with a new arm for Midland as we get things started for the bottom of the 6th inning for San Antonio. We're back after this. Now head to the bottom of the sixth inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, a new arm, David Leal, coming up for Midland, a left-hander, starting his debut. First one for the Rockhounds. In a Double-A uniform for Midland.
Leading up for San Antonio.
And that'll bring up Michael De La Cruz as he steps in for the bottom of the sixth inning for San Antonio. Cutter down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. A lefty and a righty, Brady Basso and Gerson Moreno stepping in for warming up in the Rockhounds bullpen. Boy, 7-5 there at Wichita. Northwest Arkansas leads 2 against the wind surge. Corpus Christi getting trailed. They are 6-4 against Frisco. And boy, I tell you one thing. Those Rough Riders, they don't give up that easily. That one right there, line drive up the left center. That's a base hit. Well, no out single continues this half inning, and boy, got to say that San Antonio leading this ball game 3 runs ahead of Midland. Pretty good here this evening. Third baseman Graham Polly steps in as he bats in the right-hand side. Just got to love it. 1-for-1 single RBI and a run that he scored in all by himself. Pretty good for this prospect. Now we're asking everybody to come in and vote for your favorites. Just grab a ballot at our box office and cast it. Only takes about 5 minutes to make a decision to get a Gold Glove in this year's Texas League drawing on who's getting it. So vote for your favorite prospect here for the Padres. Here's the 2-1. And that one is lifted high in the air up the right center. And that will be out number 1.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Kai Murphy, the designated hitter, coming in 1-for-2, single RBI. Oh boy, now the Rough Riders getting a 2-run shot. And now trailing 1 against Corpus Christi. 6-5, bottom of the 6th inning for Frisco. Boy, that's a swing and a miss right there in the count now, 0-2. Eight to 4 Arkansas. Boy, Springfield catching up with the Travelers. And that's going to get down line drive. That's a base hit. Rolling up to the wall. Runner from first heading home. And here he comes to the plate. In to score ahead of the throw. And that is another run for the Missions. Now San Antonio getting that 4-run difference. That's pretty good right there for the Missions. Second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in as he gets in, and boy, he drills one too. That's going all the way to the wall. That's going to be an RBI double. And courtesy of that double from Lucas Dunn, it's our friends there at Whataburger. Served hot and fresh, 24/7 for all people of San Antonio in this ball game. 6-1 are scored as Ray Patrick Digger coming in for the Missions, and he's going to hit that one foul, and it's 0-1. Ray Patrick Digger coming in 0-for-2 and 2 groundouts of the night for him. So far, the Missions looking for their 41st to tie up against the Rough Riders. And that one's blistered high in the air, up to left, gone! It's a 2-run shot by Ray Patrick Ditter. And they just continue to pour it on here. It's now 8-1. Boy, and I think that ball was out of that guy's hands. And now it's a 7-run difference as Leo is just kicking himself as unknowingly that ball was blistered. No doubt about it. Over to the left field area. 100-mile-an-hour exit velocity with a 374 right there. Boy, new arm from Midland coming in as Colin Palouse. And the scouting report for him, the four-seam fastball is his weapon of choice. Slider, changeup, two-seam fastball. He could choose any option that he well desires in getting in. Well, he starts his relief pitching on the mound, and that one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes, as he greets up Brandon Valenzuela the first time up. So our score, bottom of 6, that's 4 runs in to score, 8-1 San Antonio. As the Missions lead this game by 7. Boy, big deficit right there. Here's a 2-0. And that is lined up to center field for a base knock. And I gotta say, he's Brandon Valenzuela, one of the best catchers for the Missions. He's got it made if he could keep that going. Well, turn up the lineup over for San Antonio. Left fielder Corey Howell, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run. Boy, pretty good right there, I gotta say. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Here's the pitch to him. Outside, 2-0 the count. Boy, still no changes in the Double-A Texas League, and that is a line drive up to center. That's a base knock. Well, I really think that this half inning is not over, but there's a salute to the leadoff batter, Corey Howell. And it sure is. Marcos Castellon, 0 for 2. He inherited a walk. With first and second, 1 away, and boy, it's a good ball game tonight if you're out here at the ballpark. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to fall down for a base knock. Here comes the runner in to score from second, and it's 9-1. Boy, and San Antonio ain't done with Midland yet. First and third, still 1 away. And there's another base knock. And it's now 10-1. Boy, they're just letting it get away from them tonight. Yeah, Midland sure is. Now they trail 9. And so far, they are just letting it get under their skin tonight. Yeah, I gotta say, John, 11 and 12 runners. Michael De La Cruz coming in as he strides up to the plate now. He sure is. That one high in the air up the left field, and Cruz goes down. 1 pitch, 1 high fly, and 1 away. Boy, in this half inning alone. No, Graham Polly stepping in. 1 for 2 single RBI. He had a run way back then. So he can knock in a 2-run or 3-run shot if he wanted to, if he could hit it over the wall. And that's going to get down for the base knock. Here comes the 11th run. And in to score. Boy, that runner at third is safely in. Now another first or third RBI single. Now it is 10 runs against Midland, and boy, they are just not getting it in there. Kirsten Moreno is the next batter up, but I would say reliever up, as he gets in and faces off the DH Kai Murphy. Murphy strides in, ready to go, and oh my goodness, it is gone and out of here. Boy, San Antonio by the designated hitter, Kai Murphy, gets one, and he tattoos the Hound Dogs out of it. Now it's a 13-run difference, as San Antonio now has the lead by 14-1. 10 runs in to score. And boy, pretty good. That's the first time in Texas League history that we have ever seen this many runs come in the bottom half of one inning. Man, I've never ever seen that in the Texas League. It's getting pretty interesting here tonight. Boy, it sure is. That's going to be lined up to center, and boy, that's a base knock. Boy, 10 runs in to score. 16 prospects come in, and boy, I don't think that the Midland bullpen is going to be happy that all of these runs are coming out of whack. Well, it's not just out of whack, John. It's the prospects that come in and focus more on the ball. And that's what does not give the starter for the Rockhounds any confidence whatsoever. Man, you're right about that, Bob. That's going to be line drive, and that's going to fall for a base knock. And here he comes right there, safe at second. And boy, that's a 2-out double. Well, pretty good right there. And boy, Midland ain't out of the woods just yet. Boy, this inning is really turning out to be very long. Well, I know. Brandon Valenzuela coming in. And oh, man, that one is out of here. Another 3-run shot, and Brandon Valenzuela gets them all, and it's now 17-1. Oh, man, does this remind you of that time back in 2018 when San Antonio went up against the Rough Riders? Oh, man, I won't ever forget that night. They had 21-4. Boy, that was a whooping. Oh, man, Bob, you got to see what San Antonio did on that night. That was amazing. Well, Shohei Timokia, well, that's a weird name for a reliever starter for Midland. 13 runs in this half inning alone, and still not finished yet. Boy, 1 ball and no strikes. This half inning alone, they went through 4 relief pitchers. Boy, 3 for 4 of the night by the left fielder, Corey Howell. That one high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, I feel sad for Midland. Yeah, why is that? Because they're getting a whooping tonight? Oh, man, I feel sorry for them, too. Boy, the 13 runs. And finally, the inning comes to an end. Boy, I got to say, 13 runs on, 18 hits and no errors. And we head for the 7th inning. San Antonio, big deficit, lead by 16. And that's a ball game 17-1. As we enter the 7th inning, Jack Winkler coming in for Midland. When we come back, my goodness. So 17-1, San Antonio leads 16. Boy, big crushing inning as they get 13 runs on 16 base knocks. And boy, gotta say, I'm like a little kid, inside a candy store, but that is just wow. Never thought they'd get that many runs, but they did. My goodness. But anyway, we'll be right back with our top of the seventh inning coming up, and it's your San Antonio Missions 17, Midland Rockhounds 1. We now head for the top of the seventh, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Boy, I gotta say, that inning was explosive. Well, Jack Winkler coming in, and boy, Midland has a big deficit to climb, and only 9 outs remain for them. I don't think tonight this is their night because they give up 16 runs in this ball game. 2 balls, no strikes as that misses outside, and Giovanni Cruz now at 36 pitches for the relief in San Antonio's defense. Here's a 2-1, and that one is fouled off, and the count now is 2-1. Rough Riders, boy, they take the lead. Here we go, 8-6 Frisco. They get a 2-run shot, and they deliver that one out of the ballpark. That one swing and a miss. The count now 2-2. Boy, San Antonio 17-1 in this ball game. They had a explosive bottom half of the 6th inning with 13 runs in to score. Man, I gotta say this has just been an explosive ball game, and the first one for San Antonio of the year against Midland. This game in general will go down in Texas League history. Danny Batista Jr. coming in as he's 0 for 2. He takes a strike, and that's the count now 0-1. Rough Riders take the lead against the Hooks, 8-6. Boy, still a 8-2 ball game up there in DCJ Field, Tulsa. Boy, Northwest Arkansas and Wichita. Still a 3-run difference for the Wind Surge as they trail the 3.
The center fielder, Junior.
Boy, Midland trailing the 16 runs against San Antonio. So 8-5 Northwest Arkansas lead over Wichita. 8-4 Arkansas lead over Springfield. 8-2 Amarillo leads over Tulsa. And right there in the end, that's a code strike. It's 0-1. Oh, be right back. We got a visitor. I'll be right back. Well, we're back with our ball game as we're about ready to go for at least one more out of this half inning. Junior Perez coming in, and here's the pitch to him. Fouls that one off on the changeup, and it's 0-2. Do apologize if I've been abruptly getting interrupted constantly through this broadcast, but evidently, all knowingly, there's just a lot of people asking me questions, and I just have to go answer them. The 0-2. And that one's going to be line drive, and that is up to left for the base knock.
Now that designated hitter, TJ Schofield.
Boy, Northwest Arkansas, boy howdy. They get a grand slam and now lead 10-5 against Wichita. TJ Schofield Sam coming in as he takes a strike inside, and it's 0-1. Oh, I've got a good feeling about the bottom of the 7th inning there, John. Yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think San Antonio will get in more runs? I don't know. I mean, it's a good possibility that they might. Well, we have to wait and find out once we get down into the stretch inning. One and one to count now to Schofield Sam, and here's the pitch to him, and that is chopped foul, and he'll see one more. Well, I hope you guys had a pretty good week, and so far, it's been a nice week. Been really nice. Right there, strike 3. Get them down on strikes, and we are now going into the 7th inning stretch. And this game is led by San Antonio, and the score 17-1. Marcos Castellon, the right fielder, will lead it off here in the bottom of the stretch inning. So get up a stretch. Your San Antonio Missions lead it 17-1. About ready to go for the bottom of the 7th, right here for San Antonio on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the right fielder Marcos Castellon coming in as we're about ready to go. Boy, high fly in that one up the center, and that is out number 1.
Now batting.
So I would say, in my little personal opinion, that this game does go down in Texas League history on this night, June 28th, 2024. Boy, San Antonio getting 13 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning on 16 hits. You know, right there in the count now, 1-1. You know, a beautiful night on hand as the sun is going down, stadium lights illuminating the field. 2 more night games ahead of our road trip against Corpus Christi. 3 games there at Bayfront Park, which on July 3rd we are going to have that last game there, and for the remainder of the year.
We got full count.
Yeah, right there, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Michael De La Cruz coming in, and he's ready to go. Well, Corpus Christi will be here the 4th through the 6th. And that's going to be line drive. And boy, that is getting right off the wall. And that's a 1-out Whataburger double. Man, he just blistered that ball up to left center. Michael De La Cruz coming in, 3 for 4. Let's see if he can make it a straight 4 out of 4. And that's going to be right there, out number 2
The batter, the third baseman.
Boy, I remember in Texas League history, San Antonio won 21-4 against the Frisco Rough Riders. That was back in 2018. Pretty good on that. And that's going to be right there, line drive. And that's going to be a base hit. And that will put in the 18th run, as that will be an RBI single coming in to score. 19 and 20 runs coming in. And that's going to be hit to short. They'll pass it to the second baseman for the force out. And that ends the inning. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. As we head to the 8th inning, San Antonio leads it to a new score. Your mission's 18, the Rockhounds 1. About ready to go for the top of the 8th inning, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Brian Bovia's coming in as we straw up for the top of the 8th inning. Midland down to their final 6 outs as they trail 17 against San Antonio. Sinker is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 9,606 in tonight's attendance. Boy, good night for everybody on a Friday. New score coming in for from Wichita, I would say. Right there, strike swinging, and that'd be the count now, 1-1. Northwest Arkansas leads Wichita 11-5. San Antonio leads 18-1 against Midland. 9-2 the score there at DCJ Field. Tulsa is not having a good night whatsoever. But evidently the other night, they won that ball game by final score 14-3. Here's the 1-2. That one high in the air up the left. Howell in pursuit. Makes plenty of time as he's camped under it, and he records the out.
The batter number 5, second baseman, Saheed Valenzuela.
Saheed Valenzuela coming in as 0 for 2, fly out and a ground out. Boy, really good here for San Antonio tonight. Here's the 0-1. That one is chopped foul, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Right there, strike 3. Boy, get him down for out number 2, as that's a backwards K.
Number 33, Shane McGuire.
And that'll bring up Shane McGuire. Boy, the changeup gets him at 84 miles an hour. Whoa, that's a pretty good changeup for our relief pitcher. And that's going to be the count now, 0-1 as the first pitch thrown in for McGuire. And it's 1-2. Single and a run for the catcher. The 0-1. And that one is fouled off, and he'll see another. Boy, Midland down to their final 4 outs tonight. Ugh, I think the Hornets, the Bees, the Wasps, they stung the crud out of Midland during that bottom of the 6th inning right there. Yeah, sure did. I would say, ow, right there on top of that one. Well, the play's been made. That will do for this half inning. And we are 18-1 for San Antonio as we head for the bottom of the 8th inning when we come back. The next batter up is second baseman Lucas Dunn as we head for the 8th inning for San Antonio. We're back for more Texas League Baseball. Your San Antonio Missions 18, Midland 1. Well, we sure hope you're enjoying this ball game and broadcast tonight. We got more action for you right here. Now head to the bottom of the 8th inning for San Antonio. Boy, big deficit. They lead 18-1, and it's pretty good. Before we get started for this bottom half of the inning, we head for the bottom of the eighth there in Springfield. 9-4 on that ball game. Arkansas leads 5 runs. Bottom of the eighth for Northwest Arkansas, or Wichita, I would say. But anyway, the score 11-5 on that one. Boy, Corpus Christi trying to tie up against Frisco. They have first and second, one away. Tying run up to the first base area. Do apologize, getting a little bit choked and stuff, but anyway. Oh, we're just now getting a final from Tulsa. Amarillo takes it. Final score, the Sod Poodles 9, Tulsa Drillers 2. So pretty good on that ball game as they wrapped up already at 9:51 p.m. Well, we head for the bottom of the eighth inning for San Antonio, and stepping in, second baseman Lucas Dunn. He hits one high fly in the air, up to center, and that is out number 1.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Ray Patrick.
Ray Patrick Ditter, 2 for 4, home run, double, 2 RBIs. Well, pretty good right there as he comes in and takes that one outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a 1-0. That one hit to second. He'll flip it to first. And he'll cover the bag for the out for out number 2. Oh, Brandon Valenzuela, 2 for 4, home run, single, 3 RBIs. Boy, put that one in your pocket and you're good to go on that one. That's going to be right there. Line drive. That's a base knock up to shallow right center field. A 2-out single will keep on as Valenzuela now getting on base. Boy, Corey Howell coming in. And ready to go. That one too high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Excuse me for just a second and get a drink here. I got something in my throat, but I'll be all right. That one's going to be lined up to left. That's a base hit. Boy, 19, 20, and 21 runners getting on base. Here's number 21 getting up to the plate now. Marcos Castillon. Fouls that one off. Out of play. 1 for 4, single RBI and 2 runs. Boy, 3 runs would make it 21-1. If Castillon hits one up out of the ballpark. That's going to be up to right center or left center. That'd be it for the inning. Well, no runs on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. And we're on now to the 9th inning. San Antonio leads this game 18-1. We're now head to the top of the ninth inning for Midland, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. All right, well, we're getting some final scores in as the Rough Riders now take their fourth game there at Statesman's Park as they beat Corpus Christi by a final score 8-6. Well, 11-5 Northwest Arkansas. And boy, they have the bottom half of the ninth inning for the wind surge to get things going, get a rally, and get things going. Bottom half of the eighth inning for Springfield as the Arkansas Travelers getting in there by a score of up to 5. So 5 runs trailing is Springfield against the Travelers. It's 9-4 in that ball game. So final score, Corpus Christi is, boy, defeated in that ball game there at Frisco. The Rough Riders winning 2 runs in a final score 8-6. Final from Tulsa is the Amarillo Sod Poodles 9 and the Tulsa Drillers 2. So, yep, San Antonio and Midland, our score here 18-1 as we enter the ninth inning for Midland. Drew Swift coming in as Giovanni Cruz coming in for one more inning and could be his last inning as he looks like he's about ready to get tired. Here's a 1-0. That one hit high in the air. Castellon getting in, and he makes the play for the outs. Mark Elliott 0 for 3, strikeout in the 6th. Coming in for Midland, and he's going to take that one inside corner, and it's 0-1. 0 for 3 by Elliott. Pretty good night thus far for San Antonio, and boy, a big 13-run outburst in the bottom half of the 6th inning for San Antonio. I have never, ever seen that before in Texas League history. Right there's Ray Patrick Ditter. Gets it to De La Cruz, and they are an out away. Boy, and I think Midland just did not have it in them here tonight. That 13-run outburst done them in. The 6th inning, they were 4-1, and boy, the 13 runs come in to score, making it a 18-1 ball game. Jack Winkler is the last man up in the rotation, and he will take that one inside for a count now, 0-1. It's not everything that you see in a ball game, but when you hit 13 runs or more, boy, you are pretty much finished. That's it to Ray Patrick Ditter, and San Antonio wins this one. Final score 18-1. What a game. San Antonio winning their 41st, tying up the Rough Riders. So it's 41-30 for San Antonio and Frisco. And evidently with the Rough Riders winning, it'll be 42 and 43 losses for Corpus Christi. So yeah, we're going to go after our pregame show, or after show, I will say. Amarillo getting 30 against Tulsa. So it's that right there. Good. No, I think Arkansas is going to get their 39th of the season, and they'll put them up first.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 58 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, I gotta say, Frisco and Midland tied 42-30. San Antonio leads a game and a half against two ball clubs. And I'm guessing that the Arkansas Travelers will take their 39th. So pretty much Springfield now falls into second place. So, man, what a bummer that they get in there, lose tonight. And evidently, that's just one game I don't think they want to ever forget. Well, Northwest Arkansas, see their score, and I think the Wind Surge will lose it, and that will give Wichita a 40th loss of the season. So the Naturals will pull up to a third place position. Boy, they will switch it from Tulsa being in that third place position. And boy, howdy, they are down in it. Well, gotta say, we've had a pretty good night thus far. And just glad that everybody came out, had a good time, and we're just super excited that you guys came to spend your day with us. So yeah, we got 2 more days left of this month. And that'd be really good. Well, for all of us here, boy, pretty good as we end the evening on a big 13-run outburst in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boy, what a game. Well, for all of us, your San Antonio Missions win on 18 runs and 23 hits, no errors. Midland, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Guy Murphy, 3 for 5, home run and 2 doubles. Boy, he did pretty good. Giovanni Cruz getting the win, and Jack Cushing getting the loss for Midland. Well, I hope y'all have a good night. Drive home safely. We'll see you tomorrow evening at 7:05 for Game 5 of our 6-game set. This has been Missions Baseball here in South Texas, and this is the end of our broadcast. Good night from San Antonio.